Have you ever wondered what it would be like if Apple and Google got together one night, got crazy drunk, and made a demon love spawn baby in the tech world? Something really crazy. What would it feel like? How would it operate? What would it even look like? Well, this might be the answer. This is the Google Pixel phone. This is Google's first ever phone. Hashtag made by Google. They're putting so much marketing money into this, trying to really differentiate themselves from the Nexus line by letting you guys know that this is their phone. They designed it from the ground up and it is a direct competitor to the iPhone. Well, that's why a lot of people are classifying this as the Android iPhone, the iPhone for Android. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What does that even do for a phone like this? There are so many high-end Android phones. Why do we need a iPhone for Android? Well, let's check this out. What does this mean? I'm Alex with Set No Tech. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is our full review of the Google Pixel phone. The first thing you need to know about the Pixel is that it is a premium phone inside and out. Made with a combination of metal and glass, this phone and its chamfered edges has a hint of an HTC 10 and a dash of the Xiaomi Mi 5. With its elegant but minimalistic design as well as its stock experience, Google is hoping to appeal to the mass market the way the iPhone does. But this phone isn't all about aesthetics. Inside the hood, we have a brand new Snapdragon 821 processor alongside 4GB of RAM. This isn't the highest combination we've seen in the market today, but it is very competent nonetheless. The storage is a slight issue starting at 32GB without an SD card slot, but Google has helped remedy a little bit of that with free unlimited Google Photo storage for Pixel owners. The display specs are less impressive, however. Featuring a 5-inch AMOLED screen at 1080p resolution, the Pixel is sharp for 441 pixels per inch. There isn't a big wow factor for me, especially after using some other high-resolution phones, but typically 1080p on a 5-inch screen will suffice for a majority of people. Watching videos on the Pixel is still satisfying due to my preference of AMOLED screens, albeit I don't feel this is the best AMOLED screen I've viewed this year, which when paired with this price point makes me slightly disappointed. Speaking of disappointments, and there are not many, but the major one sounds off loudly to me. The single bottom firing speaker on the Google Pixel is horrendous. It is easily muted when holding the phone in landscape mode, and the audio quality is just not acceptable in 2016, period. Take a listen. This, combined with the fact that the Pixel has such big front bezels, baffles me why they could not incorporate front-firing speakers as they had in some of the previous Nexus generations. Okay, Google. Who were the only presidents to be impeached?
According to InfoPlease, Presidents Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton were impeached by the U.S. House of Representatives but acquitted by the Senate. Richard Nixon resigned before he could be impeached.
Let's talk briefly about some of the unique features packed within the Pixel. The Google Assistant is the big selling point Google is showing off this year, and if you want an in-depth look, check out the unboxing video we did earlier. What I can tell you right now is that the Assistant is smart, and more times than not, you will be amused and amazed at how it recognizes and responds with more than you anticipated. The same applies to the fingerprint gestures. You can swipe on the fingerprint scanner for additional usage that pulls the notification and setting shade down. It may seem like an irrelevant ability, but trust me, you'll love using it. Pack those features with a reliable scanner and the Pixel matches all of the high-end phones in this department. But those accents are all irrelevant if the phone doesn't move along smoothly. Many beautiful premium phones are ruined by the lack of integration between software and hardware. The Pixel, I am happy to say, does not fall into this category. The phone just flies. This is one of the smoothest performing phones I have ever used. The responsiveness and revamped transition animations give this phone a slight edge in my rankings over my previous Android King, the OnePlus 3. You can expect great performance with the highest end tasks and games using the Pixel, and that is a welcome sign that we expect when we pay a premium price. I'm also giving really high marks in the battery life department, as the Pixel has really shut me up for questioning whether the 2770 milliamp battery could hold up. It performed better than expected, with numbers exceeding 5 hours of screen on time with pretty excessive use. I'm pretty hard on most phones and their battery lives, but some of these devices in 2016 have really quieted critics like me. I'm very impressed. Speaking of impressed, the camera is exceedingly good. When Google flamboyantly touted the DxO Mark rating as the best camera on the market, I, like most people, were cautiously skeptical. The camera, however, is really good. The dynamic range and clarity of the photos are just top-notch, that match if not exceed any phone I've ever used. We did an in-depth review of the photos and videos taken from the Pixel, so check it out to see real scenario photos taken with the phone. There really isn't a lot I need to say to conclude this video. I really think the Pixel is one of the best phones and definitely worth the price of admission in 2016. If you are willing to pay all that money for a Galaxy S7 Edge or the iPhone 7, you have no excuse not to at least look at this phone and put it into your list of consideration, because this ranks right up there. It's premium materials, premium build, and the highest quality performance. It won me over. I had a lot of doubts prior to the phone. I didn't love the design. I just kind of liked it. I didn't really love it that much. That's why when I was paying all that money for it too, I was kind of like, I don't really love the phone, but I still did it, and I'm so glad I did. The performance really won me over, which is pretty shocking because I'm a aesthetics kind of guy. I really like aesthetics of phones, but I really, really, really dig this phone right now, and I have nothing but good things to say about this phone. Everything was checked out for me. It's all around just one of the best phones I've used in 2016. So that's a high praise for me, because I usually knock down something at least for every single phone. And overall, this is a really good performer. The only major flaw for me right now is just the speaker. It's just a horrendous speaker, but everything else is above average, at least above average. So I am very happy with this phone. Once again, my name is Alex from SipNoTech. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the Pixel. Are you waiting for Gen 2? Or are you one of those people who just can't get over the price point because of previous Nexus generations? Let me know your thoughts on that, because I was one of those people too, but I took the plunge and I am so happy I did. And I will see you guys next video. Bye.